More!
Lunch break! Ooh, hey guys, Halloween's coming up! I know you're all excited.
Ghost.
Styrofoam's scary.
It is scary.
Halloween is one of those holidays that we always do a special lunch break for. Actually, the first Halloween episode, we talked about costumes.
Yeah, and how we don't really dress up here.
We thought we'd change that this year and finally dress up as each other. So we didn't tell each other who we were gonna dress up as, but we're gonna change right now.
3, 2, 1.
Hey! I didn't even know you owned a colored shirt, Wes.
I was very inspired by you.
looks
You have
nice.
floral? What?
Yeah, what
For
the
this
F?
occasion, I've been planning for it for 2 years.
Well, I'm Taylor.
My name's Jen.
I'm Ashley.
Wait, did you take my glasses?
What are these mannerisms?
It's perfect because we didn't overlap, and I was Wes. I wanted to do more, so I did Ted,
Oh,
Kat, and Phil.
Phil is just
Fries.
fries.
Fries on his mind.
Hey, I worked hard on this, Phil.
She is Wong Fu. Yay!
And because we've already told like ghost stories and stuff, but what we didn't talk about is a different type of ghost story,
Oh.
right? Like ghosting.
Ghosting is very scary, actually.
Don't you mean
Yeah.
ghosting?
Ghosting, I think it's a pretty recent term, but I think this thing has been around for a while. 'Cause I didn't know this was the word for what I maybe have been doing. Ghosting is basically when you kind of disappear, like if you're talking to somebody.
Well, talking to someone in hopes of a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
Not like we're just talking and I suddenly
No.
disappear.
Yeah,
Someone's pursuing you.
Right.
less romantic intent.
So next question is, have you ghosted someone?
Have I ghosted someone? We just go radio silence, right?
Or just like that
Well,
slow,
you kind of, like,
it could be like slow
slow
descent,
fade.
like goodbye.
Wait, that's not
But you
that's
never
not
say
ghosting.
goodbye.
It is.
It's ghosting. It's like the Back to the Future version of ghosting where you lose a hand and then
Oh, I see, I
body.
I would never make that reference.
Okay.
I don't feel like I have. I don't feel like
Okay.
You don't feel like you have, or you don't want to admit that.
Let me think about this, because you just added like an intricacy that I didn't think about.
I think people call it the fade out, but it's still
Fade out.
ghosting. I think at the heart of it, it's still a ghost.
I think when people think about ghosting, it's just like a
It's like a
sudden.
sudden,
Yeah.
Like
abrupt
kind of like,
cutoff.
well, where'd you go?
Yeah.
So Wes is a no. Jen.
Yes.
Oh.
yes.
I have. I think once, just once.
I have two. Once. Just once. And I feel really.
You feel bad
I do feel.
about it?
I do kind of feel bad about it.
Do you think they're watching right now?
No.
Leave it in the comments below if Taylor's ghosted you.
Oh no. It's not.
Oh, dang.
What if every person who commented below that said Tay is bae and you didn't reply, you've been ghosting
Is that
them?
ghosting?
Aw.
Just not replying?
You're a rude ghost.
I'm gonna reply to all your comments right now. And by me, I mean
It's
Ashley.
immortal.
I feel like I might have, but it might be like a distance thing.
Yeah.
Like you met someone and they're like, and when you finally like go back to your home or whatever, you know, you lose that contact and it kind of fades away.
Yeah, I don't actually think ghosting is a positive thing,
Yeah.
and I actually do feel guilty when I did it.
Okay, well, why did you do it? Because I feel like people ghost to be more polite. That
Yeah,
could be
it's
interpretation.
from my understanding, the reason people ghost is because they don't want to directly tell someone that they're not interested.
Yeah.
It's easier just to stop talking versus being upfront to someone in a potentially hurting feelings, right?
You're making them figure it out.
But then I've been on the receiving end, and then I realized that it's not good to ghost people. So,
Oh no.
My end, it's kind of like sugarcoating it, you know? Because I guess for me, it's more scary to like be upfront and be like, I don't like you, and I don't want to deal what potentially could happen. Versus like we just stop talking slowly, so there's not really a big repercussion. Again, I don't know what it's like on their end, so but I do feel bad too.
But see, that's like part of ghosting. I've ghosted someone because I was worried that they were developing feelings, so it's easier to kind of just bow out. Because you also don't want to say, hey, I know you're into me, not into you like that. So then you just ghost so that it doesn't.
because you're not even sure that they
Exactly.
like you.
Yeah, you can't turn someone down.
If you're not
But
sure.
you could be proactive and not put yourself in that position or put them in that position. So in that case, I would say ghosting is a good thing.
You just full of Ashley.
You know what? I'm Jen.
Don't you
Let
mean?
me be me.
You know, so I feel like the analogy is like you're walking down the street, someone starts following you, right? You have one choice. It's either turn around and say, hey, stop. or you walk faster and turn the corner and like hide.
Taylor, you're so wise.
How about like you go to a coffee shop every day and like you're talking to that barista.
Okay.
And then one day you just decide, I don't want coffee anymore. I'm gonna cut it out. And then you go somewhere else, but the barista's like, oh, where'd they go? They're so nice.
I don't know, because the barista is behind a counter and they aren't pursuing anything.
Yeah, there's got to be a pursuit.
Analogy. The creepy versus romantic factor. Because I think maybe if they're pursuing you and they're being a little creepy, I would rather, like do that ghosting versus like being upfront.
I agree. There's something about safety and you don't want to instigate more trouble. If you feel endangered, it's better just to like get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of turning around and be like, stop, I don't like you.
Because then they might have a gun.
Have you ghosted someone and like you saw them in person later on?
Oh, yeah, that's real fun.
What did they say to you?
Yeah, long time no talk.
They say, I texted you the other day. Did you respond? You didn't respond.
What? I'm just not
That's
used
the
to the new
awkward
update.
That happened?
I think so.
No.
This is all part of like reading signs too. Like there's like a whole part of on the receiving end of ghosting of acknowledging that it's ghosting. There's a good period of denial of like, you know, they're finals. Holidays, they're back home.
It's busy, you know, like.
I'm gonna try them again. People read text and don't get to it a lot later all the time. I'm just gonna text them
You
next
are
week.
me.
If you're thinking about ghosting someone, is that called like a near-death experience?
Stupid.
That's a Taylor joke.
Do I clap? What?
If you meet the person that you ghosted, are you haunting them?
You guys never been on the receiving end of ghosting? I guess because you never pursued someone. That's why.
Yeah.
What was it like for you? Did you know you were being ghosted, or like
No.
at what point did the denial end?
When it just was too much work to get a response.
How much work did you have to do?
Because it was like, you text someone, and you're like, hey, there's this band coming into town. You heard of them? Oh, I love them. And like, they'll respond, and then you reply back, and then no response after that. There's some general rules too that I've learned. If the last two messages in the thread are both you, if that happens more than 3 times, you're done. You're done. You get out of there. You're ghosted.
What if you just text like that? Because sometimes I like texting like 5 bubbles, but like.
Oh, I meant like they're like 5 days apart.
Oh no. Okay.
Maybe 3 is too many.
Yeah.
If it happens twice, that's pretty
There
bad.
has to be a time period between the each bubble. Okay.
Like you actually see the dates above the bubbles. That's
So
bad.
sad.
I've been late to reply. I mean, I think I've been late to reply to things. It's not like a lack of interest. It's just,
Unless they say sorry, I just saw this, I'm gonna be like, maybe you're trying to ghost me. Maybe you're trying to fade me out.
you said you have ghosted someone once, right? Why did you choose not to be direct?
Because of fear.
What
Fear,
hurting
they would think of
fear,
you.
fear of hurting feelings. And like, I actually thought it was pretty early so that it was safe. I haven't known this person that long.
So you're telling me if I look at your thread, the last message was from her.
Yeah.
3 times. 5 days
Not
apart.
3 times.
It's like Taylor with question mark. Taylor question mark question mark.
Taylor?
Sad face.
But I do acknowledge that I was the one that ghosted.
Okay, like
And I'm never gonna do it again.
looking back on that, how do you wish you approached it?
I wish I would just said like, hey, I actually don't think this will work out.
Tell us the ghost story.
Ooh, I hate ghost stories. But I actually have a ghosting story about like it was with a friend. So it wasn't like someone I just met and they were interested in me. Interesting. So he was a friend, but I think it was an awkward like misunderstanding of like what feelings were like. Or it was just like I didn't really understand what's happening, but I thought he like felt a certain way, so I ghosted him. It was just because it was so awkward and like I didn't know how to deal with it, and I didn't want to confront him. But then we stopped talking for like a while, but then eventually started talking again.
How was that first, like getting
first-
back into it again?
Yeah.
Was that weird?
I think it was really weird.
Did
'cause
you
it was kind of-
address that there was some
No,
ghosting?
I think that's the hard part too.
Yeah.
Because you don't even say like there's a problem.
Yeah.
You just kind of like hope it blows over and they don't bring it up. Or that's me. Like I don't want to ever talk about it because it just gives me like cringy feelings. I'm like, no, don't talk about it.
Ooh, scarier ghost story. So this one time, total random stranger I didn't really know, wasn't a friend, but I ghosted because came on too strong, kinda. And then later on in life, I saw him again, and he was like a good friend of a guy that I was dating. Ooh, that's weird.
Was it okay? Like,
We pretend like it never happened. Yeah, didn't exist.
I think it's ultimately is important to be upfront with people, especially if you're ghosting knowing that they have feelings for you.
Yeah.
And I think on the receiving end, they'll appreciate it.
Yeah, because I think the worst thing about ghosting is that you don't get that closure. So it's kind of, it just feels very unresolved. So
And
be upfront.
Well, sometimes I feel like the closure is not necessary depending on you, you know? If you feel like you don't need that closure and like you'll live your life, a better life without.
But that's what
That's
sucks
just
because
that's
when
me
they
though, but
You can't assume that
But-
they have that.
Exactly.
yeah.
that's true. I guess that's just being a nicer person, thinking about.
Yeah.
Empathy.
Thinking for them.
I like to think that today I would not ghost. Like I'd be bigger than that and not sugarcoat things. It's scary.
For you guys that are in this situation, I hope you took something away from this and maybe it gives you some courage to, not ghost and just...
Be upfront.
Also, happy Halloween, guys!
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
I think you guys did a great job dressing up. Maybe we'll get the rest of the office to do it too.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about ghosting? If you have any experiences, thoughts, feelings, leave them below.
Don't forget to subscribe. Lunch breaks come out every Thursday, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye. Look, I didn't eat.